Hi guys, sorry that I'm shouting, but there is music in the background. But I'm here tonight with my father, the Minister of Health, Alhaji Ali Pate. Daddy, thank you so much for granting me an audience. Real quick, Daddy, as the Health Minister, do you receive all your medical treatments in Nigeria?
Yes, I do. And I believe that we're building Nigeria's healthcare system to be one that Nigerians can feel comfortable, that they will be receiving safe and effective services. We have begun an investment to establish 6 cancer centers in each of the geopolitical zones. We have many gaps, but we're working hard to ensure that we minimize those gaps and we continue to improve, to rebuild Nigeria's healthcare system that we can be all proud of.
So Daddy, not even for checkup, you don't come abroad for anything. All your treatments is done in Nigeria.
I do my best to eat well. I try to exercise, and so far, thank God, I am healthy.
So that is a yes. All your medical treatments.
My doctor is in Abuja. I can give you his name, his address, but I will not do it here.
That is very impressive.
Yes.
Hopefully other government officials can emulate you. But real quick, Daddy, as the health minister, does it bother you at all? Do you ever feel like you failed as the health minister when the president keeps going abroad for treatment every few months, including for something as simple as medical checkup, just regular checkup? Does it ever bother you as the health minister?
Adiola, I think you are simplifying a very complex issue of tourism. There are many kinds of tourism. People travel all over the world for education, for conference tourism, for religious tourism, for medical tourism, for all kinds of tourism. Health tourism is not a phenomenon that is limited to Nigeria or Africa. There are people who leave the United States and go to East Asia to get medical care. There are people who leave the United Kingdom and go to Africa for medical care. And there are Nigerians who choose, because of all kinds of reasons, to go abroad for medical care. The question you should be asking is, how is our healthcare system addressing the basic needs of our population? Immunizing kids, protecting women from childbirth so they deliver safely, delivering basic treatments of things like malaria, and for higher levels of service, provide the option for those who choose to have their services in Nigeria to have high quality services delivered in Nigeria. That is what we are trying to do. So the red herring of really targeting medical tourism, I think it's a misguided
So Daddy, it doesn't bother you that the president is going out. It bothers the rest of us that he's going abroad for treatment. It doesn't bother you.
$2 billion that Nigerians spend in outbound medical tourism. Private individuals, public individuals, everybody have
So, but the president is supposed to lead by example.
Yes, I'm telling you this, that our effort is to ensure that the $2 billion in outbound medical tourism is retained in Nigeria. When people go abroad, they go to private facilities, not public facilities. When people go to the UK as private individuals, they take private facilities. So how do we stand up private facilities also in Nigeria that can deliver the service? And how do we guarantee that every Nigerian should have access to the most basic healthcare available?
So are you saying that someday people from all over the world will be coming to Nigeria for medical treatment as well?
As we speak, there are many leaders and people from the African region who come to Nigeria for medical treatment.
Really?
Yes, they are.
So what will it take for our president to see what these people see in Nigerian health sector?
You are keen in personalizing it for just one individual. The phenomenon of medical tourism,
president of the country.
The phenomenon of medical tourism is a global phenomenon, and you cannot limit it just one individual. What we are saying and what President Tinubu is trying to do is to transform Nigerian healthcare system so it works for everyone.
Okay.
To save lives,
Daddy,
to reduce physical and financial
I'll ask my
pain.
next question, but just so you know, my conclusion is you have never talked to the president about the importance of him fixing the health sector of the country so that he can. Have you ever talked to the president that as the number one citizen, sir, you should be receiving treatment in your country? This is what
I can just tell you straight up that in the last 24 years, Nigeria has not seen a president that is determined to fix its healthcare system. Ask this president.
And he can't even do checkup in his country, but he's determined that
you can speculate as much as you want.
Daddy, listen to yourself.
You can
he's the most determined.
You can speculate as much as you can. I'm not his physician,
I'm not
so I can't speak about that. But what I'm telling you is that Nigerians spend $2 billion in outbound medical tourism. They spend a lot more in
Because-
education tourism, in all kinds of developmental tourism, and you're not talking about that. On the health side, we're fixing Nigerian healthcare system that people don't have to go to Egypt for cancer treatment.
That's good.
That they would have access to the most.
I really
By the
admire
way-
that.
By the way, there are many people who, in fact, the miracle of vaccines to protect their children against measles is still work in progress, and we're trying to fix it. There are many women
So
who
hopefully
don't have skilled
someday
birth attendants.
Nigerians will stop going abroad, and hopefully it will get to the president as well that someday you should be proud.
This president is just 1 year in office, and he's
Yeah, but
begun to put in place
The
the
moment
building
the
blocks.
Nigerian president is confident in being treated in Nigeria, you should be proud as the health minister
What evidence you have that
that he travels abroad for treatment that like have the fear of God.
I do
My
that.
last question,
Yes.
because I know they are saying that time is off. Are you doing anything, sir, because you say you don't want medical doctors to go abroad to practice, which is great. You want people to have easy access to medical doctors all over the country in Nigeria. But are you also doing anything? Are you putting any policy in place to prevent politicians from going abroad? Because a lot of Nigerians believe that is what will fix the health sector if they are forced to receive treatment in their own country.
I think you misunderstood the policy. You took it upside down. What we're saying is everyone has the right to travel anywhere they want. As
To
a
go and
Nigerian.
work?
To go and work, to go and study.
Including Nigerian doctors and nurses?
Yes. But
Nigerian doctors and nurses, you are free to
what
leave the
we have
country.
done, what this president has done is approved a workforce migration policy for the first time in Nigeria, which talks about incentives to keep them, enabling their work environment, providing enablements for their
That is all
capacities
the
to build.
incentives did not include
expand the
increasing
training.
their salary.
Look, I think you're picking elements
does it
to build
include
the
increase?
narrative.
It doesn't include increase in their salary.
Of course, the issue of adjustment of allowances are still in consideration.
So it's
And
considered.
in fact, we tend to look at the most simplistic solutions for a complex issue. There are not enough health workers in Europe. There are not enough health workers in a remote part of the United States.
in Nigeria.
And globally, there's a shortage of health workforce. So what we're saying is let's train more, so that if some leave, some will
let's
stay.
increase their salary too. But the question
Yes.
is, are you doing anything to prevent government officials? Are you doing any policy to force them to be getting treatment in their country?
Are we doing something to prevent people from seeking educational opportunities abroad? So you have to understand, you have to have the health system that is well funded, is able to provide quality services. That is the best way to keep the $2 billion in outbound medical tourism in Nigeria. That's what we're focused on. Not only from politicians, but private sector leaders, everyone, to be comfortable. And in fact, to attract others from Africa, from other parts of the world. It is possible. We're not there yet, but we're working to do that. And we have to, that's the hard work that we are doing under this president.
Thank you so much, sir, for granting me. They've been telling him to leave. Says, guys, appreciate my father. At least he granted others. He may not like the questions, but that is a very great somebody. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Adiola.
God bless you.